Hi, Aquarius. I know you guys think that I forgot about you because you think everybody's forgotten about you right now. And that's just simply not true. If you've been keeping up with my social media on Instagram, Facebook, even watching the March readings update, sorry, I have sage burning right here. You'll see that I needed a vacation at the beginning of this month. And that's why readings are late. It is Mercury retrograde. I am a Virgo. Um, this energy is not the easiest to navigate through. It's possible. And I'm taking my own advice where I'm telling everybody that you need to rest when you feel like you need to rest. Um, and to allow yourself to do that. I know that I've had several emails, several comments. Where's the Aquarius reading? Where's the Aquarius? I know you guys think that I forgot about you. Everybody's kind of hiding right now, and it's not personal. And I know that sometimes you guys can take things like that sort of personally. So realize that it's not you. It is just what's happening. And I appreciate your patience with it. The thing with March for you guys is because it is more of an emotional month. Mercury retrograde in Pisces is talking about allowing yourself to make decisions in an emotional capacity and not so much logical. Your entire reading just came out. And it's exactly what I was going to say before the cards even came out. So they're basically telling me that I'm right with the way you guys are feeling. So we have the Two of Wands, we have the Nine of Cups, the King of Cups, the Knight of Wands, the Ace of Cups, and the Hierophant. Which the decision that you need to make is going to lead, it's kind of like, what is it that I want to do? What is it that I'm wishing for? The Nine of Cups is like the wish card. What am I wishing for? Instead of going the logical route, because Mercury retrograde in Pisces is not going to let you go the logical route, instead of going the logical route, make your decisions emotionally. And what does that mean? What do I want? Not what does society, you could be dealing with a Taurus, but I feel like this is more of what does society want me to do? If you've been trying to decide back and forth, what is it that I want in my life that's going to satisfy me, that's going to fill up my own cup? This could be an offer coming from somebody else, possibly a water sign, possibly a Taurus. You need to make a decision on whether this is the road, this is the path that I really want to take in my life. Going back and forth on it right now and trying to logically figure it out is not going to, this is very wishy-washy. And the reason why you're not able to make a set decision in your life right now when it comes to logic is because the energy is not going to let you. You need to take some time out. And you need to allow yourself to ask yourself, what is it that I want? Is this going to satisfy me? Not what are the logics in the long run, not what's going to help me in the future. Where am I going to be in the future with this decision? Yada, yada, yada. It's how do I feel about it? This is a time of letting your emotional capacity control where you're headed. So, Two of Wands. Let's see what your decision is. What is the Two of Wands? Could be a Gemini. Could have to do with a relationship. But the Lover's card is also about making decisions. And you're really in a position right now to make decisions in your life that will impact you in the long run. But thinking about it, because the Lover's card is a very mercurial card, right? It's ruled by Mercury, as is Gemini. And if you allow yourself to get caught up in how will this affect me 10 years from now? How will this affect me? Because the future is an illusion. The past is an illusion. What's not an illusion? What's real right now? And how you feel about it right now. If it doesn't feel good, don't do it. If it doesn't feed your soul, don't do it. That's what Mercury and Pisces is asking you to think about. And Uranus and Taurus is asking you to ground yourself in it. Grounding yourself in it isn't, and it's very hard sometimes for an Aquarius, for me to be able to look at you and be like, use your emotions to figure out what you want to do. Use your emotional capacity to figure out what you want to do. And Aquarius is like, well, what does that mean? What you ultimately wish for is something that isn't going to deplete all of your energy, but at the same time, it'll be reciprocal. The Six of Pentacles on the Nine of Cups is like, what you're wishing for, are you giving too much energy to it? Are you giving too much of yourself to it? Are you allowing yourself to get caught up in the giving part and not asking for anything in return? And if this does have to do with a relationship and you're sitting there going, I don't know, what should I stay or should I go? If you have to ask yourself whether you should stay or go when it comes to a relationship or a connection or anything for that matter, the answer is always you go. Because the fact that you're even having to ask yourself that is the first red flag. If there's any indication on do I stay or do I go with anything, it's always you go. Because your soul is begging you to look at things in a different way. And right now your soul is begging you to look at things in an emotional way. And I feel like what it once was that you really wanted to do, that you really, like, you were searching for in your life, you're giving way too much energy to the thought of it. Now, this could be a relationship that you're traveling for, because this is ultimately what you want. It could be reciprocal. I could be totally wrong. It could be a very reciprocal relationship. But again, easing your way into it and allowing yourself to feel through it and not necessarily think through it is probably your best bet right now. Some days, it's easier to just not think about it. Some of you just laughed. You're like, what? Don't think? I'm not supposed to think about things right now? I bet if the harder you try to figure something out that doesn't make sense to you, the harder you try to push yourself to think about something that doesn't make sense to you right now, during this energy, the tougher it's going to be to come to a conclusion. You're just going to get yourself wrapped up in a spaghetti bowl of lies. What do I mean by that? You know, spaghetti. It gets all like tangled in with each other. Should I stay or should I go? You're really passionate about it. If this doesn't have to do with a relationship, I kind of feel like it does. Maybe it has to do with a job with the Six of Pentacles here. Maybe it has to do with because you are in an emotional position and it's kind of driving you crazy. I want you to stop. Just stop. March is not the time to freak out about situations that you can't figure out. And if a situation comes along and it's really, really easy to get there, but it looks like it might be difficult in the long run, that may not be the right choice. But if it's something that seems a little bit difficult in the long run, but down the road it could get a little bit easier, or the results of it could be a little bit easier for you or make more sense for you, then take it. That you've got to feel. You've got to see how you're feeling right now about things. Not what you think about things, how you feel about things. Can't stress it enough. And you're not the only sign I've said that to. If you've noticed, we only have one card out here that are swords. We'll probably get some more because I feel like the emotional side of having to feel through this month is going to get you up in your head. And you have to allow yourself, give yourself permission to not overthink it. Slow down, right? Slow down. Don't be a Knight of Wands, be a Knight of Pentacles. What does the Knight of Pentacles do? Takes the much needed steps forward in a grounded way. If you need to get grounded right now, I highly suggest meditation, grounding your root chakra. If you're having problems grounding yourself and aligning yourself, I have a really great one-on-one coaching program that I help with alignment. Because when you're in alignment, even during really rough transits, like Mercury retrograde in Pisces is a pretty rough transit. Even during rough transits, if you're in alignment, things flow easier. Things flow freer. Doesn't mean bad things don't happen, but getting grounded is very, very key right now. And you have to think about, with the Ace of Cups, you have to think about what's best for you. And now we have the swords. See what I mean? I knew it was going to happen. If you're willing to see what it is that's not working, Ten of Swords, Ace of Swords. If you're willing to allow yourself to see what's not working right now, that's going to help you find your Ace of Cups. If you are only seeing the worst out of all situations that are going on in your life right now, if you think all is lost, notice how slow I'm talking? It's the only way I can get things out. Usually I talk really, really fast with you guys because you can get it. Whether I talk fast or slow, you guys still get the message. But like, it's literally feels right now like we're walking through quicksand, walking through mud, trying to swim in a really, really dirty lake without goggles, and your eyes have to be open to see. But it's dirty and it's murky and painful. If you're not willing to see, and it's allergy season too, by the way, that helps. If you're not willing to see what's not working, because the more you try and think about it, what is the Ten of Swords? The Ten of Swords is going to the worst possible case scenario, and we've talked about this before. It's the person that says, I'll text you when I get there, and they never text you, and you think they're dead in a ditch on the side of the road. If you feeling through this season is the worst possible thing for you to do right now, something's got to change. You guys have to learn how to allow yourself to not only think logically about things, but to feel through it too. And that's very difficult sometimes for an Aquarius to do, because you guys are like, well, but emotions won't get me anywhere. They might. I think a lot of this might have to do with where you stand in society. Now, if it has to do with a Taurus, if it has to do maybe with a marriage or some kind of higher education, something like that, I feel like if there's an issue with a Taurus, you're not going to be able to figure it out this month because Uranus moved into Taurus this month, and they're kind of having their own little messy lives. Wait until the end of March. Even wait until April. If you have an issue with a Taurus, wait until April to solve it, because you're not going to be able to right now. See what I mean? Your words can cut that Taurus like a knife right now. Use your words wisely. And use your words wisely when it comes to anything. If society's got you like, if the societal standard, and we all know that an Aquarius does not like to live up to the societal standard, whatever is happening in your life right now, if you feel like it's unfair, you're not going to be able to figure it out. Not in this energy. Sorry, my Virgo nature is really getting the best of me today. The smallest thing is like, oh my God, that's off. It's off center. I can't do that. It's off center. And my back hurts really bad. Just like, oh, Mercury retrograde in Pisces. Thank you very much. I'm going to be face palming every day for the next 19 days until it goes direct. Don't cut people down with your words right now, because I think after Mercury goes direct, you will be very regretful for the things you might have said. Again, if you're dealing with a water sign, if you're dealing with a fire sign, watch your words. I think, so we have the Queen of Cups, the King of Wands, and the Knight of Swords. I think people are getting on your last nerve and trying to antagonize you, and I don't think they're doing it on purpose. A lot of people don't realize they're projecting things right now. If you're dealing with a Gemini, especially, they don't know what they're doing either. Again, ruled by Mercury. If people are projecting on you, go the other direction. Because getting into an altercation right now isn't going to solve anything. It's probably going to make things worse. So give yourself permission to turn around and be like, you know what? We need a timeout. The opportunities coming to you, I feel like it's slow going, but the more you allow yourself to believe that these opportunities that are coming to you are going to give you ultimate happiness, look at this. Like, you are coming into a very rich time. It's just getting through Pisces season. Once we hit Aries season, it's like the beginning. It's like the zodiac new year starts all over again, and we can all kind of take a collective breath. Because right now, we're in the 12th house right now. Mercury is in retrograde in the 12th house. Uranus transited into Taurus during the season of the 12th house. There's so much shadow work happening right now. This opportunity right now is to allow you to see what your ultimate happiness is. But notice it's cups. It's not pentacles. It's not wands. You have the swords down here because you're thinking about it too much instead of feeling through it. This is actually showing you right here, if you think about it too hard, you won't see it. Not right now. You won't see it logically. If you see it through your heart space, you will have much more opportunity that way. You need to get into the passionate side of things. What is it that I want? What is it that I want to feel? What is my ultimate happiness? What does it look like? If you don't know the answers to those questions, right now, this is your opportunity. That Ace of Wands that's being handed to you is the universe saying, this is your opportunity to figure it out, what you truly want to do. Because when Aries season shows up, that's when we get to act on it or get to start. If you're being presented with things that don't look really good to you, now is the time for you to be honest with yourself. Is this really what I want? The Page of Cups, Justice, the Moon. Now, if you're dealing with a Libra that you're unsure of and you're really wanting more from, they can't give you a lot. Not right now. They're so unbalanced during this time. A lot of people are unbalanced during this time. But I feel like the air signs and the earth signs are having a more difficult time getting through things. So this is what it's really basically going to be. Where is the Knight of Cups and the Two of Pentacles? Could be with an earth sign that's doing very well. That's got you up in your head. Because you don't necessarily know what you want right now, I mean, it's hard for me to look at you guys and be like, don't try so hard. Don't try so hard to figure it out. But at the same time, I don't want you to stop living your life, right? Just because of a planetary transit, that doesn't mean you stop living your life. What it does mean is you alter your life in a way that is going to be more flowing with the energy. And right now, the way to do that is to not think about it, but feel through it. If you're trying to find your stability, and I mean, we've also got the 10 of Pentacles. There's a lot of coming to the end of a cycle here. We have 3 10s, right? If you are really the 8 of Swords, the 10 of Pentacles, the King of Pentacles, if you're trying to find out, you know, what does that 10 of Pentacles mean for me? Does it mean all of the lavish, glorious things on the outside that look really, really good and make my life look really good and make me look really good, but I'm just kind of a mess on the inside? Is that what the 10 of Pentacles means to me? Or is it something else? If you're trying to logically figure out what the 10 of Pentacles is right now, it's going to be very difficult for you to do. So feel through it. Get into a 10 of Cups state. The way the opportunities show up, the way things are happening for you is through the emotional capacity. And that may not be the easiest for you to do. It's giving yourself permission to feel a little bit more than think. And that's okay. Virgos have a really hard time doing it too. I understand the pain of needing to feel. When Virgos feel too much, they get quiet, they shut down, they pull away. It's true. You guys just want to figure out, like when you're feeling too much, you want to logically try and figure it out. So most of the time you'll try and talk through it. But right now you can't really, it's like grasping in thin air. Like trying to get somebody to listen to you right now is like grasping at thin air. Don't take it personally. Don't take it personally, because whatever has you up in your head is probably just an illusion at the moment. I mean, with Neptune conjunct Mercury in retrograde for the next 19 days. Actually, and Neptune will be conjunct Mercury all the way through April too, because we have to go direct in Pisces. So Mercury retrograde started at the very end degrees of Pisces. It goes all the way back to the beginning of Pisces, and then it goes direct again, and it has to make the transit all the way back through Pisces. So until the end of April, we have Pisces, we have Mercury in Pisces, conjunct Neptune. How much illusion can you possibly get? Because Mercury's trying to make sense of all of it, and Neptune's like, really? Neptune is the illusion. It's not a bad thing. It's asking us to be more creative. It's asking us to listen to our intuition, to stop asking so many questions. Stop trying to think through it. Thinking through it just puts you in a spaghetti bowl, all mushed up together, especially mushy spaghetti. That's what it feels like right now. Remember like when you would go to like haunted houses, like really cheesy haunted houses as a kid, and they would like put the nasty spaghetti for like the intestines, and they would peel the grapes for the eye. Like, that's what it feels like. You're in the dark and you're having to like guess in a haunted house, like what each of the bowls are, what's in each of the bowls. And it's gross and it's gooey and it's mushy and it's like, that's where we are right now. But you have to feel your way through the haunted house. You can't think your way through it. If you think too much, you make the wrong guess. Seriously. And if you feel ignored, don't take it personally. It's not an easy transit. It's not an easy season. Your best bet, you have 3 aces in this reading. You have 3 tens in this reading. New beginnings are showing up after you allow yourself to let go of things. And I don't mean let go of things physically. I mean let go of the logic of all of it and feel your way through it. When that opportunity shows up for you, ask yourself if it's what you really want. Okay? Not is it going to be good for your future? Is it what I really want? Does it feel good? Does it feel right? Am I at peace with it in my soul? And if you need help with that, I am here. I will tell you, because Mercury retrograde hates me, my website is in crazy land. So currently it is on a GoDaddy server, the free server. That new link is in the description box if you want to get a reading from me, if you want to check out the alignment, the one-on-one coaching. I do have a couple of spots available for tomorrow's Mastering Yourself alignment course that I'm giving, where it's an online course. So you have until tomorrow morning to be able to register for that. I just have a couple of spots left. And all of that is on the website description box. Please check that out. Also, all of my readings are on my website as well. And thanks for your patience with getting your reading out. And thanks for understanding that I am a Virgo and Mercury retrograde in Pisces is not being easy, because Pisces is just opposite Virgo too. So we share a lot of the same energy core, like the same core energy. Yeah, it's been fun. It's been cute. It hasn't been cute, but it's been cute. I'm pretty aligned within myself, and I'm still having, I'm laughing through all of it. We'll put it that way. I'm laughing through all of it and sleeping a lot. So take my advice. Sleep a lot and laugh. Seriously, that's really the only way you're going to be able to get through this. I love you guys. You guys know that I love you, and thank you for your patience. Bye.